Well, it very well could come down to this game tonight. Two teams towards the top of the KMAC standings getting ready to battle it out here from Danville High School, where there's barely any room for any of us to move around in this tiny gym, but that's just how we like it, because this is going to be an energetic game from start to finish. The Fredericktown Freddies unbeaten in the KMAC, looking to keep that streak alive here against Danville, one of the teams that many believe could give them their best test yet of the remaining games in the Freddy schedule. We'll have this live and free coverage here on the OH Report coming your way next with your pregame show. It's Jonathan Langdon, Craig Faldy, Brandon Powell, and Logan Hines, your crew here today. We'll step aside, come back with the pregame show up next.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut. Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, Coach.
Do it again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again. Berardi, get in here and show them how it's done. Yes, Coach.
Well, I am 43 years old and I am a recovering addict. I've been in recovery for a little over 4 years. I feel like I have a lot of experience on one side of the social work. Thought that I could use that to benefit others that might be struggling with the same things I've already gone through. The coursework has been very beneficial. Yeah, the practicum has been very, very helpful as far as having a hands-on learning experience in the actual field that I'm going into.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
It is time now for your NAMI Ohio pregame show as Danville hosts the Fredericktown Freddies, a team atop the KMAC standings as of now, but the Blue Devils looking at home with a big crowd on hand to change that here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, Jonathan Langdon alongside Craig Faldy. And Craig, this game has been circled for us in our calendar this entire season. We were hoping it would have this kind of hype, and it has fit the billing.
Oh, absolutely. Even considering the first time they faced each other, it's the fourth game of the season. Danville still had their football legs under them, I believe. So it was a 65-49 win for Fredericktown. But Danville hasn't looked back since. Only one loss in the KMAC. A win tonight ties them for first place with Fredericktown.
Yep, you just summed it up perfectly, but there's the KMAC standings for you on the screen if you are new and you need an update. Mount Gilead took Danville to overtime not too long ago. However, the Blue Devils were able to survive and get a win, so they sit within striking distance of those Freddies. And then Northmore also in fourth. They've slid a little bit as of late, still 5-4 in the league, though. They had a game-winning shot against them by that fifth-place team in East Knox. We were there on Tuesday for that game, and then also you see Carnington, Centerburg, and Loudonville filling out the standings.
Yeah, absolutely. So your top three teams with excellent records, and tonight anybody from Mount Gilead is voting for Danville in the worst way.
Yes, absolutely. And then also Danville, if they lose this game, Northmore's going to be excited because they play them on Tuesday, and we're going to be at that game over at the Castle. So some interesting things can happen here today, regardless of who wins here tonight. Team Spotlight will start with the Fredericktown Freddies, of course, as the guests. They had a shootout with Loudonville where they gave up the most points they have this season since that game against Clear Fork a couple weeks ago to a team in Loudonville that you just saw is at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it was crazy how that styles make games and everything like that. But Fredericktown still one of the top three teams, I believe, in defensive points per game, as well as Danville. And both teams, mind you, are in the top 2 or 3 as far as scoring. So it's going to be pace tonight that makes the difference.
You see the first matchup between these two teams at the top of that graphic. They beat Danville 65-49 in their first meeting. Pretty good convincing win there for Fredericktown, but you look at the other games that they've won convincingly. 31 points per game, that's their average margin of victory. Some teams, they're not used to scoring in that sort of range.
Exactly. But, I mean, talk about dominance. But the thing is they've got 4 kids in double figures, right? And you just don't know who you're going to guard on a given night. And all 4 of them can get hot in the same night and it's game over.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our player spotlight today for these Fredericktown Freddies. It's the leading scorer, or the second leading scorer in the KMAC, Carson Rinehart, a junior. I remember 2 years ago I watched them play East Knox over at the dog pound. I think you were with me at that game, but I saw Carson play. He showed out, and I kind of saw this coming. As we sit here now 2 years later, he's averaging 17 a game.
Yeah, he's grown into be a leader of men, and you can test by all the statistics there, but plays with a high level of confidence, and if he gets going early, Danville might be in a little bit of trouble here early in the ballgame.
So Carson Rinehart this year, you saw his numbers. He shoots also about 53% from the field, 34% from 3 for a team that shoots 27%. So if you want to see this team get hot from range, this is the guy that you're looking for to find a stroke today.
Yeah, they're going to work their offense around to get him open as many possible ways as they can. And Danville on the other side, as you mentioned, Fredericktown with a nice, pretty decent free throw or field goal percentage. Three's not so much, but Danville on the other hand is an excellent three-point shooting team, and we'll get into their stats as you can see on the screen.
I mean, 41% from 3 for these Danville Blue Devils. They have been red hot all season long. They're riding an 8-game winning streak, so they're especially hot when they need to be against a team like the Freddies.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's going to be one of our keys to victory today is they're just going to have the confidence in their shots and keep taking what's gotten you here in the first place. And when you've got, 4 kids over 44% or somewhere in that range from 3, I mean, who do you guard? You can't guard everybody at the same time.
Another thing I like to note is that Danville has played 15 games thus far. They had their season start late because of a football playoff run that they had. Fredericktown's only played 13 games compared, so Danville's gotten a lot of reps in very short frequency of time, and here they are ready basically. If this turns into a track meet, Danville's got the pace to keep up.
Oh, absolutely. And like you mentioned, they started out slow because of the football season. And Fredericktown, maybe they're well rested, or Danville's just going to keep on, smoking down their lane there. So it'll be exciting to watch.
Aiden Mickley has been someone that we've watched out for all season long. He's the leading scorer for these Danville Blue Devils, 12.5 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He's kind of what you expect out of a Danville Blue Devil player because he can score it. He's not selfish. He can dish the rock, just like this entire team can. In fact, they lead the KMAC in passing with 17 assists per game, which is more than the Ohio State men's basketball team this year.
Yeah, not that college basketball is individual play all the time, but you're absolutely right. When you watch their offense, it's amazing how many times they'll pass the ball in one possession just to get somebody open. And the nice thing about them is he's leading the team in scoring at only 12.5. That means you've got 3 or 4 other people that are contributing to their success because they score about 64 a game.
How about the keys to victory today for both teams? You kind of touched on Danville's a little bit. How about we talk about Fredericktown? I think for me, It's the second key on there. You got to lean on these big fellas. You've got Gavin Toombs, who we haven't even mentioned yet, can be such a big problem for any team in the KMAC. Also, Zane Luckmeyer, while he's not tall, he's big, and he's going to force some issues inside. He's very good at getting to the free throw line. And then Blake Sipes, we've seen him throw down a couple of dunks this year.
Yeah, absolutely. You get some people can elevate, and like you said, even a 6 foot, he almost plays like a center. And when it comes to big number 33, we're going to be mentioning his name all night long. But I think the other key to their success is on defense. Danville's forte is three-point shooting. Just contest them and make them not shoot. If they don't shoot 44%, Fredericktown's going to be in great shape.
And then keys to victory for Danville. I think the big thing here, and I think a lot of people at home are going to agree with me, Danville, we know that Fredericktown has dominated a lot of teams in the KMAC this year, and the scores, we're going to get to them later in the broadcast. They have been ugly. But I think the first 8 minutes of this game is going to tell us everything we need to know about the competition we're going to see here tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And especially when you got some home cooking here and a full, basically sold-out crowd pretty much. And as you can see on the screen there as well, just keep your identity, be who you are, and you may find great success tonight against the number one team in the KMAC.
And there's a look at the number one team in the KMAC right there. Some of those guys we mentioned, Toombs 33 in red. You've also got Luckmeyer, number 13 in red. And Gavin Toombs in that first matchup against Danville at the beginning of the season didn't play in the first quarter. It did not affect the Freddies at all. They still led at the end of that first quarter 15-12. And then Toombs came in, put the cherry on top for this crew. So if you're looking at the Blue Devils, that is a number that you have to stop. 33 in red. Cannot let him take over this game too much. So that's going to take us to the end of our pregame show, and we're going to step aside. National Anthem's going to take over the gym. We will come back with starters and also tip-off here from on the OH Report from the Danville High School gym that is packed and ready to go. It is hot in here, and it's about to get hot out on the floor. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut, Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach.
Do it again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again. Berardi, get in here and show them how it's done. Yes, coach.
Well, I am 43 years old, and I am a recovering addict. I've been in recovery for a little over 4 years. I feel like I have a lot of experience on one side of the social work. Thought that I could use that to benefit others that might be struggling with the same things I've already gone through. The coursework has been very beneficial. Yeah, the practicum has been very, very helpful as far as having a hands-on learning experience in the actual field that I'm going into.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
it's time to wrap up the pregame show here on the OH Report. Thank you so much for joining us from Danville High School. I'm Jonathan Langdon alongside Craig Faldy. As these two teams have been waiting for this game for so long, and now it is here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starters on both sides for these teams, starting with Danville. Wes Payne, the senior, wears number 2. He's a 6'1 guard. Number 5, Carson Proper, also a senior, 6'2 post. Aiden Mickley, number 11, the junior 6'1 guard, is a leading scorer for this team. Ashton Spalding, another senior, stands 6'3". He wears number 15. And then the big fella, OG, Owen Gronberg, is your starter in the post. He wears number 24. And then for Fredericktown coming in to enemy territory today, they will start Blake Sipes, a senior 6'2 forward, wearing number 0. Number 5, Tanner Eastep, another senior, stands 5'8". Zane Luckmeyer, the junior, is 6 foot, wears number 13. Carson Rinehart, number 21, the junior 6'2 guard. And then the big fella, Gavin Toombs, stands 6'5". He wears number 33. He is the senior that leads this team out onto the floor. Head coach for Fredericktown is Derek Dibbling in his 10th season. And for Danville, first year under the helm, it is Coach Proper, Matt Proper, in his first year, coaching 2 of his boys for this Danville team. And if they win here today, could potentially send Danville from worst to first. They only had 1 league win a season ago, and look where they are now.
Just like the New England Patriots, worst to first potentially. So it should be exciting, but what a great first year for Matt Proper.
Hands on hips as he walks the sidelines. He is excited for this game. He was telling me beforehand that this team is amped up to play against these Fredericktown Freddies, especially after their 16-point loss earlier in the year, where they played awfully early in the season when Danville was still trying to find some footing. So they feel like they're on flatter ground today, and both teams whiffed on the jump ball. So we're going to retry again.
Charlie Scott, the lead official tonight, guy I know very well from way in the past, threw the ball a little bit too high that time.
And Gavin Toombs wins the tip for Fredericktown officials today. Bill Uzzi, Andrew Jersey, and Charlie Scott, as you mentioned. Ball sits with Eastep near side now in front of that massive Danville student section. Sipes kicks it out. Eastep dribbles through 2 defenders. He'll lay it in to start.
Yeah, an easy lane in the bucket there. It's got to be maybe a little over anxious on Danville's defensive putt. So you've got to be able to help out on defense better than that.
Handoff here to Ashton Spalding as Danville starts their first offensive possession. Leading scorer Aiden Mickley has it now. Blue Devils 13-2 on the year, 9-1 in the KMAC this season. They have won 8 straight games coming into this game. And Spalding nearly threw it away. Great job by Payne to get to the loose ball, and now we've got a foul on the baseline drive, and this will go on Eastep. Replays today being brought to you by the Knox Community Hospital. Baseline inbounds as we are already back in play. Payne swings it to Spalding.
I still know it's Fredericktown in a very aggressive man-to-man here. They're not going to allow some easy 3-pointers.
Already 2 on the board for Fredericktown from Tanner Eastep in this game. Kick to the corner. Spalding loves to shoot it from there. A little short on that one. And Toombs catches the rebound. He wants to run.
Pretty nice when your 6'5 center can bring the ball up the court for you on occasion.
Absolutely. He brings it to his floor general, Carson Rinehart, defended by Aiden Mickley. The top 2 scorers for both teams going at it here. Kick back out up top. Danville sitting in man. High pressure above the 3-point line, especially on Carson Rinehart.
Yeah, they don't want to make him earn his points tonight. Just be in his face whenever he catches the basketball.
Both teams the top 2 scoring offenses in the league, but once they face off against each other, expect that to dip. And we've got a spin move from Toombs inside. He's fouled, and it looks like 2 shots are on the way.
A few people in the crowd expecting a charge on that, but I don't think it was if you get the good replay there.
So Gavin Toombs, 64% from the line. First shot off the back iron. As a team, Fredericktown shoots 63% from the line. That's 3rd in the league, but that's still kind of low. We've talked about that all season, how the KMAC as a conference has struggled here. Switches in the second.
Hey, we even had to have a Joe show about that particular part of the game.
Yeah, Hall of Fame coach Joe Bailaw with us here at the OH Report. He had to get to the top of things because it seems like it's not just the KMAC. Everybody around the area is struggling at the free throw line. A lot of 1-for-2s across the area.
Yeah, both the boys and the girls.
Wes Payne calls the play. Spalding gives it back to Gronberg, leading shooter in the KMAC. Dishes it out to Proper, a wild shot from the lefty. Gives the ball to Fredericktown in stride as Toombs flies to the rim, and he's headed back to the line.
They're getting the ball and going. They want to get a faster pace going here. As looks like Danville wants to keep it slow pace.
And that is going to be 2 fouls on Carson Proper early in this game. So it's going to be a Proper for Proper swap after this shot. So here comes the freshman sensation, Parker. 12.4 points per game off the bench. I mean, he's lights out, folks. 45% from the field, 44% from 3.
Yeah, I don't think we can call him a freshman anymore, quite frankly. He's earned his stripes. We'll give him a freshman plus.
A little bit of a delay. Officials talking things over before Toombs shoots his second shot. Any clue what that could have been?
I had no idea what they were talking about. Making sure maybe they had the right guy on the foul.
So Gavin goes 1 for 4 in his last 2 trips. Roper trying to get out ahead with fresh legs. He draws a foul on Rinehart.
Yeah. It's like the officials are going to make it a point to know that they're out here tonight, try to take control of the game early, let them get into the game, not too physical immediately.
4-low look out of the Blue Devils here on their baseline out of bounds. They'll lob it over top to Parker. 3-0 Fredericktown. About 2.5 minutes into this game. Mickley drives at the free throw line. Ball kicks out left wing 3. Wes Payne ties us up at 3.
Well, we talked about their 3-point shooting prowess. 3 attempts today. They've all been from the 3-point line.
And Wes offensively has been picking it up this year as of late. He had 11 points in their last game against Cardington. He was averaging about 6 a game. Now he's up to 7.5. Sipes misses underneath. Here goes Proper. Wanted to try and fit in a pass, takes it himself instead, and the bank shot does not go. Toombs tips it out to Estep.
It's nice once in a while to see those nice mid-range jumpers instead of all threes.
Gavin not afraid to shoot. He wanted a foul too, did not get it. Doesn't matter. Doubles their points. It's now 6-3.
4 points on the night for Gavin.
Danville's offense getting a little slow. Spalding had to create for himself. Hoop in the harm, a chance for a 3-point play to tie it right back up.
That's the second time tonight we've seen somebody drive into the lane uncontested and nobody's help side defense.
Foul goes on Luckmeyer. That's his first, team third. Spread out evenly for the Freddies as this ball tips right back out to the free throw shooter. Danville wins another possession. But Estep and then Rinehart have the other 2 fouls. Long 2 from Parker. Misses there. Toombs flies in the other way, and it's a travel.
Oh, he got called for a walk, which is very fortunate for Gavin Toombs because he would have got a push-off with the forearm on that.
Wes Payne walls up, and you can tell he was loving it at the end of that replay. I got to talk to Wes before the game. Number 2 bringing the ball up the floor right now as he draws another foul. But he talked to me before the game and said, we haven't beat these guys since 6th grade. It's time to change that.
Yeah. That would give you some motivation. That was, 6-8 years ago? But already with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, home team Danville is in the bonus.
Very quickly at that, not even halfway through the first quarter. Proper trying to dance. Story for him in the last game against Fredericktown, he could not get going. He was held under 5 points.
Yeah, it may have been his slowest output of the season.
Spalding gets dirty on the floor, and this will be a tie-up with 3 other Freddies.
Yeah, it'll stay here.
Saw the baseline drive by Gronberg. That's his offense. He loves to use that baseline to his advantage. However, Toombs did a good job closing off.
Let's see if they can get an easy bucket here off of an inbounds play.
Aiden Mickley, catch and shoot, and he gets it. First lead of the day for Danville. Comes off of their leading scorer.
But it was good.
Rinehart dancing to try to at least tie it up. He'll draw a foul, and free throws coming very physical thus far. 7 combined fouls. Danville picks up their 3rd.
Yeah, and this will potentially stop a 5-0 run by Danville.
So that foul goes on Parker Proper. In fact, all 3 fouls for Danville have come from the Pro Bros. Rinehart brings in the first.
See if be interesting to see if Fredericktown puts on any kind of a press here, full court, or if they'll fall back into their half court. Now if they're going to stick it. Nope.
Second shot is good. We're tied at 8 again. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. We said our key for Danville was first 8 minutes. This ball's tapped out. Last off Mickley. As Toombs got a hand on it, Aiden tried to recover on it, and he ended up tapping it out of bounds.
He had a good idea there. Maybe a bounce pass a little bit better in that circumstance, but first turnover of the game for Danville. Fredericktown only has 1 as well.
Toombs spinning, fighting, can't get the basket. Great defense from Gronberg. Here go the Blue Devils. Hand off to Ashton. He'll be trapped right in front of Coach Dibbling for Fredericktown.
Yeah, they're trying to trap the ball high there.
Mickley tried to heat check, misses there off to the right. Carson scans the floor, drive kick, Sipes sees a lane, takes it, can't get the bounce, and Parker brings down the rebound. West eyes up down the floor, goes right back to Proper. Crossover move, stop in front of the free throw line, rattles out.
Just not getting it to fall just yet, but he's very confident in his game, that's for sure.
Toombs top of the key, he's feeling it, and he gets it as well. A lot of contact on that 3, and Toombs
he's
pumps
talking
his
to the
chest.
crowd. Must not be a fan favorite here.
Sipes, great physical defense on the far side of the floor.
Yeah, Toombs is pumped up, 7 points on the game.
Payne facing pressure from Overholt, stripped away, and a nice catch from Sipes. He'll rise up and lay it in. And that's what Fredericktown can do the best, is they can get those 5-point swings in a hurry.
They're going for more.
This is going to be a 7-point swing as Sipes rises up again.
Might be a timeout for Coach Proper.
Fredericktown's fans have been crumbed into 2 sections here at Danville tonight, and they're loud. Ball finds its way to Gronberg, and that's a great response.
You talked about it. He loves to get that ball on the baseline, going up strong. He'll go to the free throw line. 5th foul on Fredericktown.
Well, Danville gets punched in the mouth. What do they do? Go right back on the other side.
Come right back. Transferring from the football season into the basketball season. It's a community-wide kind of thing.
So OG, I think the most outstanding stat, I think, when I looked at the stats sent by Lonnie this week for the KMAC, is that he is leading the league in 3-point percentage. He doesn't take too many threes. He's taken 18 this year. He's hit 8 of them.
It's selective shooting, and he's very good at it.
He probably had the most electric score when we were here for the Devil Dog game. He had a top of the key, banked it in.
Yeah.
And he converts
anyway it goes in, it goes in. Right.
Gets the 3-point play the hard way that time, and it's now a 4-point advantage just for Fredericktown.
And that 3-point play just ended a 9-0 run by Fredericktown.
Toombs hop step. He knows what to do with the basketball as he gets inside and makes it a 6-point edge.
He's a one-man wrecking crew right now.
He's got 9 here in this first quarter. Mickley trying to add to his total. This is the layup. Toombs, quick outlet, and Sipes rejected by the rim. He was trying to go for a couple dunks earlier in the game. That time he's rejected. Mickley, quick flash to the basket.
This is what high school basketball is all about. Top 2 teams going at it.
And it was so slow to start this game. It is now a track meet, and everybody's hot in this gym. You can see the sweat rolling off, not just the players, but the fans here at Danville. E-step, right wing 3, in and out, under a minute to go now. Home run ball, Mickley takes it.
Oh, he lost his footing.
Gronberg rebound, put back.
Danville fans wanted some goaltending on that by grabbing the net, not to no avail.
.35 seconds left, slowest pace we've seen in the last 5 minutes right now for the Freddies on offense.
Like I haven't ran one step and I'm tired. Look at these kids.
And we wore too many layers up in the booth. I think we're all sweating up here.
Yeah, you think you'd learn in Ohio to dress in layers, but we're just going to have to take the heat. Going for one shot here to end the quarter.
12 seconds left and counting. Mickley reaches, E-step teaches, mid-range jumper is pure. 4-point lead for Fredericktown, 2 seconds left. Parker can't get a shot up, and the buzzer will sound, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Fredericktown leads it 19-15. Here on the OH Report, we'll have the second quarter coming up next.
They spend 3 different semesters in an agency learning real-world stuff. Then they come back to our seminar and we discuss the academic piece of that and we support them through their journey.
When I started my practicum, I started working with young kids. When I got into that one-on-one counseling with a kid, I just began to kind of have a light bulb moment where everything fell into place and I could direct the conversation, I could ask questions, and I just knew that this is what my education was for.
And we're back with second quarter coverage here from the Freddie Devil game that a lot of people knew was going to be really intense. The second Coach Proper took this job with Danville. He has had this team in a great position, 13-2, as they sit here against the undefeated 13-0 Freddies, ready to start the second quarter down by 4.
Yeah, and they survived a 9-0 run by Fredericktown there in about 30-second span and find themselves only down by 4.
Toombs steps in mid-range. He's feeling it today. He's got 11. I was just about to say that most of that 9-0 run was by him alone, as he had 9 in that first quarter.
Yeah, he's showing more confidence today than I've ever seen in him.
Proper loses it. Great job rising up by Clutter, who comes into the game for the first time and makes a positive play for the Freddies.
That's a 5th turnover now by Danville. Only 1 for Fredericktown.
And Carson Proper picked up his 3rd foul on that play, and he's going right back to the bench.
Yeah, he won't see I don't think he'll see the game till first or third quarter now.
He's been in the game probably about a minute and a half of game time as Coach Dibbling calls a timeout here with E-step trapped in the corner.
First time out of the game by either team.
But this has been as advertised, folks. 21-15, Freddies up by 6. So they led in the first meeting 15-12 at the end of 1, but they didn't have Gavin Toombs. He didn't play at all in that first quarter.
So they got him tonight, that's for sure. We thought of pregame that we'd be talking about his name quite a bit, and he seems to be the highlight reel so far. But Danville, let's see here, 6 attempts from the three-point line, only made 2.
Yep.
Fredericktown 2 for 3 from the three-pointers, so right now Fredericktown's got a little bit better percentage unexpectedly.
Side on inbound, Rinehart will run to get it. Carson's just got 2 points. He's got 2 fouls, too. He's the second leading scorer in the league at 17 a game. And right now, Danville doing a good job containing him. However, it's Toombs who's taken his place.
They're going to call that on the floor, I believe.
Yep, E-step drives in, draws the foul. But Toombs with 11 to lead all scorers. And then 4 points each for Sipes. And then also Tanner E-step, who's going to add to his total here at the line.
Yeah, quick 2 fouls here on Danville.
Tanner's such an underrated piece to what this Fredericktown team does. Averages 4 points, 2.5 rebounds, basically 2.5 assists. And his scoring numbers have gone up from game to game as well.
Yeah, he can come through in the clutch for you if needed.
However, goes 0 for 2 at the line right there. Nobody picks up Proper until late, and he'll retreat it back to Payne. Bryson Burke had some great play in the JV game. He checks in, wearing number 12 in white. Mickley in the corner, 3rd shot of the day. Does not go, he's 1 for 3. And the rebound down to the Freddies. Rinehart sizes up on the freshman. He'll pull it out. 5-out look here from these Freddies. Sipes reverses course, goes right to the basket, too hard off the iron, and Burke wins a foul off his rebound.
A little frustration foul there.
And they'll call that on Sipes. That'll be his first.
That was a good take to the basket. Looked like he was just going to swing the ball. Next thing you know, he was up by the basket. Slayed it up there a little bit too hard.
Just like in the first quarter, very physical. Second, 2 fouls for Danville, 1 for Fredericktown. Just a minute and a half played.
Danville has yet to score in the second quarter. Fredericktown only has 2.
Tipped up by Clutter. Blue Devils keep the basketball. Full head of steam. Mickley to the basket. Will shoot 2. Could not get the shot to go. I believe that's going to be on Estep. That'll be his 3rd, if that is him. It is, so Estep likely going to get a sub here.
Yeah, after the first free throw, though, a sub for him. He probably won't see the light of day till third quarter as well.
So both number 5s are out in this one, at least for a while. Toombs comes back into the game. Luckmeyer also returns. Gronberg comes in to counter Toombs' reappearance.
Danville 1 for 5 at the free throw line right now.
Mickley's got 5 points. He missed the first one. And goes 0 for 2. Easy rebound for Toombs. Ball sneaks its way in, counted in, 1. Well, Bryson Burke had a bunch of blocks in that JV game. Takes a step up. It's a different level, kid.
Yeah, especially when you're doing it from behind like that one. Somebody absolutely lost sight of their man on that one, which is really unacceptable at this point.
So Luckmeyer tends to make a living at the free throw line. He's done a great job getting to the stripe this year. Now, performing there at the line, he shoots 60%. As he makes it here.
Yeah, I think the last time we saw him, he had about 12 attempts at the free throw line or so.
Danville's offense has stagnated in the last 3 to 4 minutes. Payne trying to change that, hits it off the bottom of the backboard, and here goes Sipes leaking out.
Wild shot.
Lost his balance, still able to score the basket. He's got 6.
Coach Proper has 5 full timeouts. It might be time for one of them.
Crossover move, Proper. That's a nice rhythm jumper. First points for Carson in this game. Or my mistake, Parker. Ball zips to the corner. They were looking for Toombs. He was cut off well. They'll have to go to their other scorer, who's pretty solid himself, and he knocks down the midi. And timeout now, Coach Proper. Full timeout.
Yeah, much needed.
And he's got that face. You can kind of tell he's frustrated with this defense.
Yeah, he's a little upset. There's a couple plays in a row where they've gotten off easy baskets on transition. 9-2 run here in the second quarter for Fredericktown.
Take a second to jump to our chat on Facebook and on YouTube. See who's watching with us here on the OH Report. Peyton Colby, my color guy for football. What's up, man? Says Matt Proper is an amazing coach. Yeah, of course. Had a great run with the girls program here at Danville.
Yes.
And stepped over. I'm sure there was some motivation with 2 Propers on the team for him to coach this team and get them to where they are at this point.
Got to keep it in the family.
Absolutely. Also, a shout out to Autumn, Amber, Melissa, Rosalind, and then also Brittany and Rachel, all cheering on the Freddies today.
Good to hear some visiting folks on the stream tonight.
147 strong on Facebook as Danville brings the ball up the floor.
We'll see what kind of adjustments that Coach Proper put in place for his team. I'm sure that was all about defense.
Just over 100 viewers on YouTube, so 250 plus watching with us for this potential KMAC championship game. Wes Payne drives at the baseline, gets the positioning. Wes has 5.
He made that nice little spin move almost there, and he turned around. He was wide open all by himself.
Nice passing from the Freddies. Toombs Seems like everybody swarms to him the second he catches the basketball, and if that's going to be the recipe today for Danville, expect a lot of free throws.
We've had quite a few. Probably the most free throws we've had in almost any game so far this year, at least for the first half.
Well, that's what Fredericktown does a great job of, is getting to the line. However, Toombs is 1 for 5 from there.
He needs to stick out at the three-point line, just keep bombing away.
Nonetheless, he's got 11 points. So his presence has been felt elsewhere as he brings in his second free throw there to make it a 10-point game. Payne sitting on 5, defended up top by Graham Overholtz. The rough pass from West goes right to Rinehart, who taps it out.
Yeah, kind of a lazy pass there. Fredericktown playing pretty high man-to-man defense. Might be able to get him back door on occasion here if you look right.
Well, if they do go back door, they've got Gavin Toombs patrolling the paint. Got to figure something out. They'll go top of the key, and Mickley was rushed. Tried to go for West as he went to go for that cut.
Yeah. It's like throwing to a spot as an NFL quarterback and the receiver went the wrong way. 10-point lead here for the Freddies.
Check this out. Danville going to a 1-2-2 zone.
Yeah, first defensive switch of the night. That's the adjustment that Coach Proper did during the timeout.
That's a pretty good press break. However, a missed shot inside by Luckmeyer. Briggs Wallace getting his first play of this game. As he dribbles around, kicks it to the corner. Spalding wanted to shoot. He's now doubled and fouled from behind by Luckmeyer, who's going to pick up his second foul.
And speaking of fouls, Danville is in the bonus themselves. That's the third foul on Danville. Next 2 fouls from here, then Fredericktown will also be in bonus. So lots of free throws coming here the rest of the half.
Ball lobbed over the top, Spalding. A lot of aggression from these Fredericktown Freddies, and Ashton decides to just simply shoot over it, and it's now a 7-point game.
Just 3 buckets in a row for Danville.
Take a look at this press break from Fredericktown as they go at this 1-2-2. Carson in front of the student section keeps it swinging. They'll go right back to Rinehart. They'll just shoot over it. Carson short, Overholt the rebound. He's fouled, and he gets the floater.
And he'll be shooting 2 since it's a shooting foul. Now both teams, foul on Danville is their 5th here in the second quarter. Their 9th of the game.
Well, Graham Overholt gets you about 2 a game. Could get you 3 here. Off the back iron, rebound taken in by OG. Slower pace here out of the Blue Devils as Fredericktown settles into their half-court defense. Double team comes, they'll go right back to Ashton, top of the key West. Rips through, goes left, spins right, looking for Briggs. Ball stays in bounds. Now it's a blocking foul, and Luckmeyer is in foul trouble. He's got 3.
I think the way this game's going, there's going to be a whole lot of bench depth making the decisions of how this game goes. That's number 3 on him as well.
Yeah, Luckmeyer's got 3. He goes and sits right next to Tanner Estep, who's also got 3.
Yeah, they know they're done for the half. So now both teams will be in the bonus.
And you can tell, I'm still looking at him on the bench. He's definitely a lot more frustrated than Tanner is right now with some of the calls he's gotten on him. Parker loves to take tough shots, just has not been able to find his rhythm in this game. Toombs, however, on the other hand, he's been hot, misses that 3. Rinehart looking for Clutter, right back to Carson. Left wing 3, short. 3 Freddies there for the rebound. Danville's got to crash the glass.
Second chance opportunities. When you're down by 9, you've got to get those rebounds on the defensive end.
Just about 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 31-22. Freddies with the lead. Toombs fakes at the corner. takes it all the way inside, and it's just been wherever he wants to go, he's getting to his spots, and now he's got more free throws.
Yeah, he's just taking it to the basket at will. A lot of people may say he's the one forcing the contact, but he does have a lane. He's got an opportunity to get there. I'm sure Coach Proper will say something at halftime to his team about maybe taking a charge on him during the game here.
You always wonder what the counter is for a guy like Toombs, just kind of willing his way everywhere. That usually is the number one answer you look for.
Yeah, sometimes going into zone like they did helps out too, but he shouldn't be able to drive through it like that.
Second shot missed. Ball last off Danville. Extra possession for the Freddies. Fredericktown will have a baseline out of bounds play with under 2 minutes to go. Toombs catches right away, spins inside. That time will not get the whistle.
He was feeling awfully confident there. Taking a little off-balance shot, though, that time.
Mickley zips one top of the key. OG drives, steps in on Clutter, cut off well. Spalding catches, tough three. Misses off to the right. Great rebound by Clutter. Clutter hobbling all the way down the other way of the court. Carson sees a lane, takes it, no good, but the follow is. 11-point lead for Fredericktown.
Yeah, getting the ball to the basket a little too easy against that 1-2-2 zone.
And a foul here. 2 free throws coming for Parker Proper. He's looking for anything to find his shot, and the free throw line's typically a good spot to start.
Yeah, we've been talking about that a lot this year. If you're not hitting it from the outside during the game, if you get a chance to free throw, maybe get your rhythm down pat. But right now, Danville is sitting at 1 for 6 from the free throw line.
First shot for Parker is off the back iron. So Parker, top 10 scorer in the league this year, 12.5 points per game. He was a focal point for the Freddie defense in the first matchup between these two teams. I think I brought it up in the first quarter, but he was held under 5 points as he brings home the second free throw. He's got 3 here today.
So sticking with the 1-2-2 zone.
Freddies at this point up by 10 will be content to slow things down, get some good open looks, and that's exactly what they get there for Carson. Just couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, Carson's having a tough night in the shooting.
Golden opportunity for the Blue Devils. Parker challenges the senior. Gets it out to his own senior. West today with 5 kicks to the corner. Spalding for 3, short. And the ball with Overholt as he gets it back from Clutter.
Not finding the range from 3 today.
Carson up fake, leaves Mickley in the dust and finishes. Rinehart starting to find his scoring. He's got 8.
12-point lead. Danville needs to hit this to get within 10 just before the half.
West driving the baseline. Kicks it out, bobbled and lost. Gronberg couldn't hold on. 2-on-2 the other way. Early Euro step, and Blake Sipes beats the buzzer.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to see happen at the buzzer. Give a transition basket.
8 points for Sipes, and that makes it 37-23 as we head to the halftime locker rooms. So Fredericktown sits atop the league, and they have made a statement here in this first half. We'll come back with the halftime show coming up next on the OH Report.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
have Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH.REPORT.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut, Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach. Do it again? Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Brody, get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, coach.
Well, I am 43 years old and I am a recovering addict. I've been in recovery for a little over 4 years. I feel like I have a lot of experience on one side of the social work. Thought that I could use that to benefit others that might be struggling with the same things I've already gone through. The coursework has been very beneficial. Yeah, the practicum has been very, very helpful as far as having a hands-on learning experience in the actual field that I'm going into.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Want to take a second to thank your sponsors bringing you tonight's live and free coverage. Shout out to NAMI Ohio, the state's voice on mental illness. Also, Labor's Local 1216. Feel the power of Local Union 1216, serving members in North Central Ohio with workplace safety, protection, training, and more. You can find out more online on our website and Facebook page in the description. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. The Killbuck Savings Bank. KSB has been proud to serve your community with dedication, integrity, and a commitment to your financial success since 1900. Spherion Mid-Ohio is proud to support our local athletes. We know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. At Spherion Mid-Ohio, let's get to work. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. And then finally, a shout out to North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. We'll step aside, one more break. We'll have your halftime recap of all the scoring in this one, and then we'll have your halftime show presented to you by NAMI Ohio coming up next.
They spend 3 different semesters in an agency learning real-world stuff. Then they come back to our seminar and we discuss the academic piece of that and we support them through their journey.
When I started my practicum, I started working with young kids. When I got into that one-on-one counseling with a kid, I just began to kind of have a light bulb moment where everything fell into place and I could direct the conversation, I could ask questions, and I just knew that this is what my education was for.
And it's time for your halftime show in this KMAC title game between Fredericktown and Danville. Freddies up by 14 as we head into the third quarter, leading 37-23. Craig, let's go ahead and take a look at those numbers. What stands out to me is how flawless Fredericktown has been on offense. Or I guess they've just had one single flaw, one turnover.
One turnover is just fantastic. They control the ball so well. Danville needs to put a little bit more pressure on and bring the ball up the court. Hey, 15-28, field goals, shooting 54%. You keep doing that and win the rebound battle, this game is going to be Fredericktown's.
Absolutely. So they take that lead. They had a 9-0 run in the first quarter that kind of helped them jump out to this lead. So Danville, they had to draw some things up. They're going to have to dig deep in the bag here in this second half to try and surmount a comeback. This is the largest lead Fredericktown has held in this entire game. It's 14, and now we head into the third quarter. Good thing for Danville is that they start the quarter with the basketball.
Yeah, and they're going to need to find their way in the shooting, get some more threes up. They've only attempted 9 during the game. That's their forte, and only 22 shot attempts at this point.
Scoring for Fredericktown, 12 points for Toombs, 8 points for Rinehart, Sipes with 8, and then 3 for Zane Luckmeyer. And then for Danville on the other side of things, 7 points for Ashton Spalding, 8 points for Wes Payne, 5 points for Owen Gronberg, 5 for Mickley, and then also 3 for Parker Proper. Mickley top of the key. He led the first game against Fredericktown with 19 points, gives it away, and now will take it back in the corner and miss in and out on his three.
They've got a pretty good look on that one, but still cold from the field.
Danville experimented with a 1-2-2 in the second quarter.
Looks like he's staying with it as well. I'm sure he had to talk with them about halftime, not letting people drive through the lane like they did in the first, or I should say during the second quarter.
Luckmeyer's left wide open for three. He'll trigger. No good, but that's a tough rebound there for Gavin Toombs to just stand right in the way of where that ball landed.
Gives him 14 on the night. These first 4 minutes for Danville are going to be very important.
And there goes Ashton Spaulding, knocking in the three. He's now got 8 points today. That's his second triple.
Key to getting back in the game is just to win this third quarter.
Estep back into the game with 3 fouls. I mean, that's why they need him out there. He's their guy to shoot threes.
Yeah, he was wide open.
And this is where you get to the point of the game where Fredericktown is so lethal. They give up a defensive score and then right back the other way. They're so good at answering.
And you've got 4 kids in double figures averaging. It doesn't matter who's got the ball in their hands. They can put it in the hoop. Hard to defend that.
Spaulding spin move in the lane. Toombs went for the rip. Parker now with the basketball kicks out to Gronberg.
Yeah, Fredericktown just is not making it easy on them. They're right on them as soon as they catch the ball.
2 minutes already gone here in the third quarter. Danville has seen nothing in the way of good looks offensively.
If they're going to play that high and that aggressive, I'm looking for some backdoor cuts from Danville's offense.
A lot of dribbling right now. Proper stops, back out to Mickley. Long possession here for the Blue Devils. They really need to score.
That's frustrating. They're used to getting a lot better looks against most of their oppositions, but not against Fredericktown.
Sipes going to get called for the reach-in. That'll be his second foul, and it will send Parker to the free throw line. He is 0 for 2 from the stripe in this game.
2 for 8 as a team.
Actually picked that foul up on Rinehart, which is even more detrimental if you're a Fredericktown fan because that's his third. So that's now 3 key players for Fredericktown that all sit with 3 fouls as Parker knocks in the first shot.
Rinehart will take a seat for probably a few minutes here.
How do you feel about Coach Dibling's management with these kids that are in foul trouble?
Well, it seems to me that they don't miss a beat no matter who's on the bench. So developing your depth is very important, and he's showing it tonight.
Yeah, you said off the air that this is going to be a game where everybody flexes their depth. Fredericktown has done it so many times this year as Toombs is called for the offensive foul. That's going to be his second foul. Take a look at the positioning.
Yep. We talked about it right during halftime, didn't we?
Yeah.
Maybe they'd be talking to him about because he's having his way getting into the paint like that. Somebody's got to step up and take a charge.
Spaulding, great job taking the charge, but you can see a little hobble in his step after that.
Yeah, he's not an easy guy to defend.
Mickley sees a lane, kicks to the corner. Payne blended in with the student section, goes in and out. Proper, rebound, reverse. That's a pro move right there from Proper.
Yeah. Great offensive rebound, and
looks like Sipes took a shot.
And making sure that he's okay, no blood. Referees are checking on him.
Yeah, so Blake Sipes, right in front of the scorer's table, was getting checked on by one of the side officials.
Yeah, probably checking to see if he had any contact issues as well, normally in that case.
We're all good to go. 12-point lead here for Fredericktown. They started the half leading by 14. Luckmeyer dives inside. Very fortunate if you're Danville not to be called for a foul there. However, you are called for the inbound violation.
Yeah. Coach Proper having a talk with the official to see if he can discuss with the official onto what the call was and why.
Well, Spalding is claiming he slipped on a wet spot on the floor. So the officials are going to listen to that. They're going to wipe off that spot, but it's not going to change the call.
The call remains the same. But for safety purposes, is make sure you get it all picked up.
Well, the Fredericktown's back to that lead they had to start this half. Basically 3.5 minutes in.
Yep, been 7-7 in the first half of the third quarter. Danville's going to need to cut into this lead, hopefully get it under 10 before they go into the fourth quarter.
E-Step ready to inbound after that brief delay with the wet spot that Ashton slipped on to turn the ball over. Luckmeyer catches the inbound back out to E-Step, who's left open. Decides not to shoot it. He'll keep his dribble alive, and Fredericktown will go into some offense. Still working through the zone that Coach Roper is stuck with through the second quarter. Luckmeyer will try again from deep. OG pulls in the rebound. He's fouled from behind. That'll be the third foul on Fredericktown. And if that's on Sipes, it's going to be his second.
We got 2 more fouls. Danville will be in the bonus here early in the third quarter.
KMAC championship game officials making their presence felt here today. I wouldn't say it's been lopsided. There's a lot of fouls on both sides.
Yeah, 13-10 right now. Fredericktown with a few more fouls committed.
But a lot of the fouls for Fredericktown are to key guys that they need in the fourth quarter to close this one out. Payne hesitated on the 3. He'll keep the ball swinging.
Yeah, Danville having such a hard time getting an open look from 3.
Spalding's been really the only one with the hot hand today. West kicks it back out. Parker settles for a top of the key 3. That one is no good, and Overholt did not see Toombs down the floor. He might have had an open dunk. He'll relocate to the corner, though. Air ball on the 3. Student section lets him hear it. And a lob to Gavin. He steps back inside and says, okay, I could go inside instead.
Yeah. 16 on the night. Gavin Toombs making a big case for MVP tonight if they can hold the lead.
Great to see Carson Proper today. He's been in foul trouble. Played about a minute in the first half. And he gets an assist right off the bat. Timeout Danville. They'll waste a 30 here.
Only their second timeout. They'll have 3 left for the remainder of the contest.
Well, they left Mickley wide open. He was getting ready to drive. Decided to step it back. Knock it down. He's got 8 points.
They're 2 of 5 from the 3-point line here in the second half. They were 3 of 9 in the first half. They just have a hard time getting a lot of shots off. That's the problem. Fredericktown defense outstanding. I don't know if they passed the ball 7, 8, 9 times coming down the court on every possession.
Absolutely. Fredericktown, very disciplined team. Although the fouls may not tell you that today, but they're very good offensively. They're usually good defensively at staying out of foul trouble. And that's why this team in the last 4 years, just 3 KMAC losses.
Yeah, they're pretty intent on winning their another consecutive title here. So Danville's got about 10 minutes to maybe make that not happen.
And despite the 13-0 record for this team, they're ranked just 16th in D5. The strength of schedule a little bit lower than some of their counterparts, but they're trying to improve that here today. And Sipes rises up for a rebound after his miss, and he's going to pick up a foul.
And that'll put Danville in the bonus with 2:37 to go here in the third quarter.
So we'll take the trip, or we should at least take the trip down the court. No, that's correct. You're right. 4 fouls now. Yep. It'll be 5 after the next foul.
These last 2 minutes could be a key. Could get a couple buckets here, get it under 10. Give yourself a much better chance in the fourth quarter.
Parker steps it to the side. Pick and roll. Oh, just too high for Ashton. Great active hands by the Freddies to make that pass a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, just running that little stack offense. It's a little errant throw there, a little too high.
Overholt relocates to the corner. Good long rebound from Wes Payne. He'll push the pace. Mickley, open lane to the basket. Early layup, no good. Ashton can't get the putback. Ball tipped out off Luckmeyer.
Boy, so many opportunities, just can't get that ball to go.
Oh, that's a bunny there that Ashton's going to want back.
Yeah. I think he was maybe looking for somebody behind him or something because he was pretty darn wide open.
Parker's been a little hesitant today. He's had some open looks, just has not been able to shoot it. Mickley, though, he's been the hot hand today. He's got 10 now.
Well, we got it down to 11, exactly what you want, Coach Proper.
Rinehart, ball on a string as he goes to the basket. Foul will be called. It's a shove on Parker.
This will be the first 2 free throws for Fredericktown in the third quarter after having 12 attempts in the first half.
Second foul on Parker. Carson's got 3, and then Mickley's got 2. First shot here for Carson drops. Bryson Burke going to come back into the game. Spalding will take a seat.
I think Carson Rinehart's free throw percent is probably pretty solid.
It is, yeah. About 77%. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
More than solid. Excellent, let's just put it that way.
Minute and a half to go here in this third quarter. Danville has only been able to scrape back 1 single point. They trailed by 14 at the end of the half. Bad part is when they're getting open looks, it's from non-shooters right now.
Yeah.
Nice dive on the floor by Clutter, but still Danville wins the basketball back.
Ooh.
And Proper knocked from behind. That's a turnover.
Difficult turnover with only a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Rinehart's signature behind the back. Spin move jumper, no. And here go the Blue Devils in transition. West goes right at the basket, leaves the layup short. Under a minute now. Fast pace here to end the third quarter. Spin move, Toombs inside. Nice touch. Freddies up to 50.
Yeah, he gets the ball in the paint like that. It's hard to stop him.
18 points for Gavin Toombs, the senior, showing out in the game that matters most for KMAC title implications. But he does pick up a foul on the defensive end to give him 3.
2 free throws coming here for
Danville. Yeah, you can see it on that angle that we just showed, brought to you by Knox Community Hospital. See if we can sneak it in again. Took a shot from Carson and then maybe a little extra there. And that'll send, as you said, Danville into the bonus. You know Carson's dying to at least knock down one of these. 45% from the line. Off the back iron.
Yeah, he's just had a rough day at the office, that's for sure.
Ashton waiting to come in. He will get the shooter. Gromberg returns to action. Sits near side, looking to get this rebound. Miss. Burke knocked from behind, or no, he'll just say he lost it. 31.9 on the clock. Freddies will bring it the other way.
It's Danville's Achilles heel tonight. 4 of 12 at the free throw line.
Eesh. Not going to win many games shooting that way.
No.
Rinehart does not take the 3, takes an easy 2 instead. Carson's got 12. Ashton spin move, steps through 2 defenders, lays it home, gets those 2 points right back. 7 seconds left here in the third. Rinehart dishes it off.
Danville needs to stop.
Misses the floater. Gronberg fouls him. OG's got 2 fouls now. It looks like with 1.4 seconds left, final 2 points here in the quarter are going to come at the line.
Boy, it's tough. Danville had it down to 11 points twice there, even with a minute 37 to go, and they even had the ball. And you got this little mini run at the end of the third quarter, which potentially could seal the game.
First shot is through. Blake Sipes, after that, is now up to 10 points. Talked about this team and how many 10-point scorers they have. Well, they've got 3 today, as Ashton won't get the shot off in time. And that ends the third quarter. Well, Fredericktown led by 14 heading into the third. They now lead by 16, 53-17. Money time coming up next on the OH Report.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
And we're back. Money time coming up here from Danville High School. I want to shout out our crew here today. Cray Faldy to my right. I'm Jonathan Langdon. Brandon Powell on camera today. And Logan Hines giving me a nice stat. He's got some Post-its ready for me. All 5 starters, Cray, have 3 fouls.
Yeah,
for
but
Fredericktown.
it hasn't hurt them yet. So, you're up by 16. I think Coach is saying, hey, let's play it out and see what happens.
So all 5 of them are on the floor for this final 8 minutes of regulation as they lead it by 16. Lockmeyer with 5 points gives away to Eastep. And still, this team very disciplined. Just 1 turnover today.
The whole game.
Great look into Zane. Fredericktown won this game earlier in the year by 16. That's the number they lead by right now. Carson misses the layup inside.
Fredericktown having their way.
I mean, it feels like everything Sipes is throwing up right now is turning to gold.
He's got 12 as well. 3 guys in double figures, 2 with 7. Fredericktown's just definitely loaded in that starting 5.
Great response by Parker Proper. That'll give him 9. But that 4-0 run to start the final quarter is likely going to do Danville in. Speaking of doing Danville in, that's what Rinehart did right there to get to the line for a 3-point play.
Yeah, he's up to 14 points, potentially 15 here. 5 consecutive baskets by Fredericktown. And I don't think any of them have been jumpers.
Yeah, so many of their looks have been gold inside.
Yeah.
Just rising up. They've got some great jumpers on this team.
Yeah, we just had the 1 defensive charging call against them this half, and it just seems they have their way getting the ball to the hoop too easy.
60 for Fredericktown for a team that averages 69.3 a game. Blue Devils going to have to start turning to desperation mode here in the final 6.5 minutes. They'll win a foul on one of the starters that had 3 coming in. It's going to be on Sipes. That's his 4th.
I think Coach May doesn't look like he's looking at the bench just yet.
I think at this point, up by 21.
Yeah.
Anybody
if
goes
you
out.
Get 5, you're sitting down and say it's your fault.
Spalding steps back to the 3-point line, off to the right. And Fredericktown looking for the finishing touch. Carson sitting on 15, dances with Mickley, enters into the post, give and go, extra pass to Luckmeyer.
That is another point blank shot, 6 in a row.
Poetic justice from Fredericktown here in this 4th. Briggs Wallace in the game, steps into a triple. The freshman gets some time here late.
Yeah, played a nice JV game today.
Eastep facing pressure. Rinehart runs to the basketball. Gets the first step, another dish off, and Zane gets the hoop and the harm. He is now in double figures. So all my mistake. Four starters and one off the bench with 10 plus.
I mean, if you're Danville, it's like, what do you do?
It's actually 4 of the 5 starters. Estep, though, with 7. He's in range to get there, too. That foul went on Mickley. That's his 3rd. All Fredericktown here on the road. Business trip is coming close to a close. 65-42.
I think Danville's defense has just pretty much failed them a little bit tonight.
Briggs blocked, and a great save. How about Zane here in this 4th quarter?
He wants to come in here and talk to us after the game, too.
Absolutely. He's going to go in the post. Was looking to pass, decides to take it himself, and gets a putback. Wow. 67-42.
Up by 25. Looking to get their average winning margin of 31.
Long rebound by Briggs, dishes off, form shooting for Aiden Mickley. Aiden's got 12. Carson racing inside the painted area, fadeaway around 2 defenders. Look who's there again, it's Zane. As he wins the board, wins the foul. That'll go on OG, that's his 3rd.
Be on the floor, be taking it out. That's 3rd foul in the 4th quarter on Danville. Not much you can do here if you're Coach Proper. Just play the game out.
Luckmeyer again. They've just chosen one of the players to just take all the shots here in the 4th, and Zane's the beneficiary.
Yeah, he's liking it.
Hoping to put an end to this cursed score, 67-44. All right, gets us out of that. 4.5 minutes to go here in the 4th.
That scoring just amazing. 18, 15, 15, 12. And then the minuscule 7.
Yeah.
From the floor general.
But you could argue Estep, with those 7 points, has played a really great game.
He's played an awesome game.
In his own right. He scored the first couple points of the game to really help this offense find their flow. Briggs catch and shoot. Nearly got the bounce. Ashton inside, counted in 1. Spalding having a game. He's got 12.
Now, if you're going to produce a miracle, you're going to have to score with the clock stopped. It's the only way to get back in the game. But being down by such a significant margin, they're going to need numerous free throw attempts.
Timeout by Coach Dibbling for Fredericktown.
That'll be his 2nd. They'll have 3 to left.
So 68-43. Fredericktown up by 21. This will give them their 10th KMAC win of the year, as long as they close it out. I talked about in the 3rd quarter, this team ranked 16th in Division 5 despite their unbeaten stature. They're 5th in their Division 5 Central District behind Afrocentric, Bishop Reedy, Columbus Academy, and then Harvest Prep, a team that they beat earlier in the year, but they're still ranked behind them because of that strength of schedule.
Yeah, they like that strength of schedule a little bit too much sometimes. But I sometimes almost like the college football playoffs, and look what happened with Miami. When they gave it to Miami over Notre Dame, they finally decided, hey, you guys had head-to-head.
Yeah.
You should get that position. So maybe with this win against an 13-2 Danville team, that Fredericktown might move up in front of them, maybe get the 4 seed.
Yep,
See what happens.
Danville 24th in Division 7. They're 2nd in their Central District in a division that is dominated, I would say, by Northwest Ohio.
Right.
But Central District does bring some players out now and again. Danville could be that player this year. They're with the ranks of Newark Catholic, a team that they lost to Danville here in this gym earlier on in the year by 1 point.
Yep.
Sipes met at the rim, rejected, as we're back out of the timeout. And then that other team, a player for Danville in their district, is Shekinah Christian. over in Plain City.
Yeah. They're a well-kept secret in the state of Ohio.
Absolutely. Well, they're not a well-kept secret on the football field. Maybe they're going to start to build some recognition out on the hardwood, despite this loss here to Fredericktown, a team two divisions higher than them. Toombs loses it. Steal by Gronberg.
Hey, only their second turnover of the game right there.
Briggs steps to the right. Try to bank that one home.
Yeah, he's not afraid to pull the trigger. Of course, you shouldn't be afraid to pull a trigger now when you're down this many.
Carson Rinehart lost it on the way up. Looks like that foul will go on Wes Payne. They'll actually book it on Briggs. Briggs will pick up his first foul.
This will be the 21st and 22nd free throw for Fredericktown in this foul-plagued game.
In and out on the first free throw. So Toombs still leads the way for Fredericktown in scoring. 18 points, 15 each for Rinehart and Luckmeyer. Zane has stacked it up here in this fourth. Zane's got 10 of his 15 here in the fourth. And then 12 for Sipes. Zane went in there for another rebound as Rinehart misses both of his shots at the line. And now he picks up a foul and a reach. That'll be his fourth. So there's no doubt Fredericktown got in foul trouble early in this one, but it's not going to come back to bite them today.
Yeah, not whatsoever. Coach Dibblin did a really nice job getting his kids in and out at the proper time. A couple of kids had to sit down for about 6-7 minutes there in the second quarter, but they're all here to the end now.
And that's your reigning KMAC Coach of the Year, Derek Dibling, in his 10th season. Winning is all he does in the KMAC as Spalding knocks down the mid-range jumper.
And speaking of Fredericktown, also tied for first place in the girls KMAC is Fredericktown as well.
Got a foul underneath. My mistake fixing the scoreboard there. Fredericktown 68, Danville 49.
Gavin Toombs has an opportunity to get his 19th and 20th point and redeem himself here maybe at the free throw line after his free throw woes of the first half.
First shot is in. Toombs, in all likelihood, will be your MVP. He'll chat with us at the conclusion of this game.
The biggest instigator in that 9-0 run in the first quarter.
Runs down the rebound off his missed free throw. Some very happy Fredericktown fans across the way cheering on their Freddies with this offensive possession that could be the final one we see from these starters.
Yeah, they're going to kind of do a little bit of a weave here, kill some clock.
I expect to start the benches seeing them clear here soon. Great rebound by Luckmeyer. That's a third possession here. Yep. This trip down the floor. 2 minutes to go. All the time in the world here if you're Fredericktown. Just draining down this clock and likely securing a 2-game cushion as an offensive foul goes on E-step. 2-game cushion in the KMAC.
Illegal screen, that'll be his fourth as well. We just need Toombs to get a foul, so they all have 4.
Yeah, the question is, does anybody get a foul out of this game with how much we've been talking about it?
Well, that will put Danville in the bonus here for the rest of the game, minute 54 to go.
Well, you know what? I answered my own question because Proper just picked up his 5th foul. He's out of the game. Carson is done for the day. His brother Parker steps up. He struggled early in the first half to find a shot. Misses that one there, too.
He's got 9 points on the night. I'm sure Fredericktown will only take layups here or drives to the hoop. Coach Dibling is asking them to move the ball.
I mean, look at Blake Sipes. What a game he has had. He's just had 14 points, but that guy can jump from anywhere and get a good look inside. Toombs blocks the 3, and here goes Gavin the other way. He was hoping to get a dunk, but did not have a good enough pass, and now he turns it over, or nearly did.
Almost.
Under a minute left. Parker can't keep it in, stays with Fredericktown. And I think Coach Dibbling was eating into Toombs right there for nearly giving that ball to Danville.
Yeah. A lackadaisical pass there. Game's over, but not according to the clock. Surprised we're not having some subs popping in here. Here we go. There goes Coach Diblin's going to get everybody in.
Benches will empty. Fredericktown going to bring in Graham Overholt. They'll bring in Carson Clutter, two guys that we've seen earlier in the game. And then that bench, it will get emptied. Grady Mills, number 3, comes in. Lakin Hunter, a freshman 6'2" wing, also comes in. And then Jason Butler rounds out the clearing of the bench. So shout out to all of them as they look to get some varsity time in the next couple of seasons. A lot of seniors leaving this squad for Fredericktown.
Yeah, this is going to be a banner season for him.
Butler swings it away. Ball tapped from behind. Bench also emptied for Danville there. Aiden Hood, number 3 in white. Also Ethan Swendel, a senior, comes in, number 25. Damian Smith, number 34. And Chris Mosier, number 4. And then Briggs Wallace back in the game.
Almost a review of the JV contest.
Oh, yeah.
Kids getting some varsity action here.
Grady Mills appearing in his 8th game of the year, knocks down the free throw. Goes 1 for 2 at the line. Great rebound from Mosier. And we'll see what the Young Bucks can do in the final 30 seconds.
Well, Fredericktown's not backing off. They don't care what the score is.
Well, Briggs dances around a few. Damian Smith led the scoring in the JV game. Misses the right wing 3. And with 20 seconds left, likely not going to see a shot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, barring any wild upset the rest of the way, your Fredericktown Freddies may very well be KMAC champions.
And deservedly so. Well-schooled, well-disciplined team. Very impressive. Winning on the road against the 2nd place Danville Blue Devils.
All smiles over at the Fredericktown bench. Nobody fouls out of the game. It's a final 72-49. They take it over Danville in convincing fashion. We'll talk about their next steps as they've got a couple final games in the KMAC to seal the deal. And we'll also talk about Danville and how they recover here. And they'll have a tough matchup next week. Gavin Toombs, your MVP. He'll join us upstairs momentarily on the OH Report.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut, Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach. Do it again? Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Berardi, get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, coach.
Well, I am 43 years old and I am a recovering addict. I've been in recovery for a little over 4 years. I feel like I have a lot of experience on one side of the social work. Thought that I could use that to benefit others that might be struggling with the same things I've already gone through. The coursework has been very beneficial. Yeah, the practicum has been very, very helpful as far as having a hands-on learning experience in the actual field that I'm going into.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Well, it's time for your post-game show presented to you by NAMI Ohio. Jonathan Langdon alongside Craig Faldy. Final here from Danville. Fredericktown 72, Danville 49. We'll quickly go over leading scorers or all scorers in this game. Well, Fredericktown was as advertised because they have 4 players that average double figures. All 4 of them got to double figures today. Gavin Toombs, your MVP, scored 19, 15 each from Zane Luckmeyer and Carson Rinehart. And then Blake Sipes ended with 13, 7 points for the final starter there, Tanner Estep. And then Graham Overholt scored 2 points to round out the scoring for Fredericktown. And then for Danville, 15 points for Ashton Spalding to match his jersey number. Aiden Mickley scored 12 after scoring 19 in the first meeting against Fredericktown. And then 5 each for Wes Payne and then also Owen Gronberg, 9 for Parker Proper, and 3 that came in the fourth quarter from Briggs Wallace. So, Cray, convincing win here for the Freddies that look to seal up this KMAC title. They've got a 2-game cushion.
Yeah, I think they're going to certainly win the KMAC the way that they play, but how impressive was that today to drop 72 points on Danville, who usually only gives up about 43, 44 per game, but the efficiency, the discipline, and like you said, 4 kids in double figures and almost a fifth, but they were getting so many point-blank shots in that second half that it just deflated Danville, and they just weren't going to be able to come back today.
Yeah, this is not – we did not mess with these stats. These are real stats. 2 turnovers all game for Fredericktown in this game, and then 36-26 in the rebound battle, most of that stacked up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just that 2 turnover thing. I don't even know in all my years I've ever seen that, quite frankly. And we were talking about even at this level, you're playing first and second, you're on the road with a sold-out crowd pretty much, and I thought maybe they'd have a couple turnovers in the first minute. They had 2 and 32 minutes, so kudos to them.
Free throw shooting was a bit of a struggle for both teams, but that canceled out for the most part. 13-26 for Fredericktown, 5 of 13 for Danville. The big thing is both had 19 fouls, but Danville, they weren't able to get to the line with those fouls that Fredericktown was conceding. And then also in the end, no Freddies fouled out in this one.
Yeah, they all just wanted to have 4.
Yeah.
They all wanted to stay in the game until their coach made them leave.
And hey, that's what you're coached to do sometimes. You've got 5 fouls. Why not use all 4?
And it didn't hurt you tonight, especially if the other team's going to shoot 5 out of 13. Yeah, go get aggressive. But that was very, very effective, aggressive defense. And it did not come back to bite them, as you said.
So in a lot of ways, a perfect game here out of Gavin Toombs, Carson Rinehart, Blake Sipes, and the Fredericktown Freddies, led by Coach Derek Dibbling. And they now are 10-0 in the KMAC, 14-0 on the season. That ranking for them in Division 5, it's 16 right now. That'll be on the rise with a quality win over a top team in Division 7 in Danville tonight. And we're going to step aside because in a few moments, Gavin Toombs is going to come out of the locker room. He will join us as your MVP of this one, presented to you by the Killbuck Savings Bank. We'll be back.
They spend 3 different semesters in an agency learning real-world stuff. Then they come back to our seminar and we discuss the academic piece of that and we support them through their journey.
When I started my practicum, I started working with young kids. When I got into that one-on-one counseling with a kid, I just began to kind of have a light bulb moment where everything fell into place and I could direct the conversation, I could ask questions, and I just knew that this is what my education was for.
It's time now for your Killbuck Savings Bank MVP. Storming into Danville, getting a big win here is Gavin Toombs, and you jumped out in the first quarter. 9 points, 9 of your 19 there in that first frame. Just take me through the atmosphere here today. You knew it was going to be packed, small gym. It was going to feel a little bit of like very big enemy territory today, but you jumped out and had a great game. What did it take?
You know, Danville's had a good season this year. I mean, with the new coach, they've really picked it up a notch and stepped their game up. So we know they were going to bring everyone out here, and I mean, you're going to get everyone's best shot. We've been saying it all season, so we knew we were going to get everyone in here. We knew the game was going to be like that, and we just had to stay together and play together as a team.
I don't want to get you in too much trouble, but you were jarring back and forth with that student section. What was that like?
I mean, I loved it. I mean, I love getting intense. I think that's my way of turning it up a notch and get going, but some people don't like it, but I love it. That's just my way of playing the game.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it helped your guys play the game as well because you guys all come in with 4 guys averaging 10-plus points. All 4 of them got to that point. So what was the execution like today? Because it seemed like you guys were on a roll.
Yeah, I mean, we just, like I said, we came in prepared. I mean, we knew that we're going to get their best shot, so we knew ball movement's key, and anyone on our team can score. We just knew we got to get the ball in the right hands at the right time, and it'll go in.
It takes a great coach for you guys to execute like you did today. Just 2 turnovers. I don't know if you even realized that.
Wow.
Just 2 turnovers today.
Crazy.
Brag on your coach. What has he done to help you guys?
I mean, ever since I came back to Fredericktown sophomore year, he's been big on the turnovers and just, you know, telling us that's the way you lose games. If you turn over the ball, you want the ball in your hands, you want to score it. So, I mean, this year he's really harped on not turning the ball over and, you know, making smart passes and crisp passes. And, I mean, he just told us he wanted them under 3 turnovers, so I guess we got 2. So we got another target to shoot at now.
Really good. Well, congratulations to you, and it seems like you're going to have fun in the film room over the weekend. But go ahead and take a look at that camera and give your shout-outs.
I want to shout out my mom, my dad, my sister, and the rest of my family, all the Fredericktown fans for coming out here tonight, and my coaches and teammates. I couldn't do it without them.
Gavin Toombs, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Wrapping up our post-game show here from Danville, Fredericktown storms in, gets a big win over the Blue Devils, 72-49. We just talked to that guy right there, Gavin Toombs. Great kid, a great game today, 19 points. And you know, my favorite part about the KMAC is that people step in from the community, and the second that Gavin walked out, we were not the first people to see him. In fact, it was a flock of Danville kids coming up to congratulate him on a win.
Yeah, that was very exciting to watch, and stopped him in his tracks. But what a great young man, stopped and talked to the younger kids and just thanked them for their efforts and how excited they were to probably even just get to meet the guy.
Well, a great atmosphere here tonight, and I mean, Fredericktown weathered the storm. There was a very consistent push today, 19, 18, 16, 19. That's your quarter-by-quarter scoring. And then they locked down Danville in that second where the game was really decided. I said that in the first 8 minutes, we were going to kind of figure out how this game was going to go. It ended up being the second 8 minutes.
The second 8 minutes, and it was totally dominated, 18-8, like you stated. Danville just couldn't find their way offensively, and Fredericktown just put their will on them in the second half. I think there was a possession, about 6 possessions in a row, where they actually shot 5-foot layups, back to back to back to back, etc.
Yeah. Well, next best test for Fredericktown is coming up. They will play Mount Gilead at home, and then top 4 teams right now in the KMAC going to be playing each other next Tuesday, and we're going to be there at Northmore as the Golden Knights get their shot at Danville after a loss that could send them spiraling potentially. At least that's what the Golden Knights are hoping.
Yeah, I think what they're hoping to do is come out with a win, especially after their difficult loss against East Knox on a last-second shot, one of the most exciting games of the year this week. So they'll be looking to rebound and maybe catch Danville floundering still from this defeat. So it'll be a great atmosphere there as well.
There's a look at all of your boys basketball broadcasts coming up. That Danville Northmore game is where you'll hear us next as we watch the Golden Knights take on the Blue Devils. Well, thank you so much for joining. It was a fantastic night, fantastic atmosphere. Unfortunately, though, for Danville fans, it was in a winning effort for these Freddies that are now looking to roll their way to a KMAC title, as they sit a perfect 10-0 on the year. Thank you so much again for joining us. I'm Jonathan Langdon, Craig Faldy to my right, Logan Hines, your statistician, and Brandon Powell on your camera here tonight. And we will step aside. Your KMAC game of the week next week is Danville against Northmore. We will see you then.